trouble, right? If one of the directors abruptly leaves a company and he contacts you and said, listen, I'm leaving for many reasons. What's up, boss? How are you? Have a good night. How you doing, my friend? Mark, we're out. Whoa. The hammer time. So QGS is in the house. Abstract Impressions. Karen is back. How are you? So yeah, I'm actually, funny thing is, don't drink the Kool-Aid, folks. Yeah, so I'm going to play you a video. The fact is, the lawsuits are coming, right? Here it is. Watch this. I got to get past this little ad here, giving them a little bit of free exposure.
Who's hauling critical supplies, soap and disinfectant from Illinois to
Try
Salt
to.
Lake City. You're being called on to support your country. How does that feel?
It feels good. I mean, that's the reason I got.
That's strange. So maybe I loaded the wrong video. Bear with me for a second, my friends. We'll get this. Here we go. I'm going to read you the email that Taha Bassi
Hi everyone, my name
sent
is
me.
Taha Bassi, and I'm Nicodia, and it's time to set the record straight.
Set the record straight. Tryp Rides versus the people lawsuit. The facts and truth will always...
Welcome back. We've been silent for quite some time now, but it's time to break that silence and to set the record straight regarding why we truly left Tryp Rides.
Furthermore, we'll be lifting the veil and exposing some of the facts behind what's really going on at the company. And it won't just be limited to the blogs and the videos that we're posting, but we're actually going to be doing a live call tomorrow. And we'd love for you to join us and ask us any questions that you might have.
You can register for the live call in the link that's showing up on the video right now. You can also check out the website TrypRidesLawsuit.com to see more details that we have already published on that website, and follow our YouTube channel as well.
These details might include things like misallocation of funds, basic management,
Misallocation of funds,
and other
malpractice.
things of that nature that ultimately caused us to make
Walk
the
away.
decision to resign from the company.
Could
Now,
be.
we also are going to talk in our live event tomorrow about why we actually joined the company, and then the disconnect that we saw from the time we joined to what ultimately led us to leave, in terms of how the company was presenting itself to investors,
Presenting
users,
themselves
and
to
most
them, to
importantly,
investors.
drivers, versus what was actually going on in the company.
Right. It'll be a basic timeline of why we joined the company, what disconnects we eventually started to see, and ultimately why we left.
Now, we actually dive into the specific issues relating to funding, technology, market launches, whether you need...
I'll tell you afterwards. They're not trying to save their asses, Dave. These guys are suing them because they saw what the company was doing. So basically
I want
whistleblowers.
to hit on why we're doing this. We believe that somebody needs to stand and fight for the drivers. It was very easy for us to kind of stay quiet and go do our thing, but as we saw more and more misrepresentations being made, we truly feel the need to actually stand up for the drivers and to share the facts so everybody can make an informed and educated decision based on factual information that is being shared.
One of the major disconnects that we'll talk about in later videos is the fact that Taha and myself were two of the only drivers in the company. So the issues that drivers face are issues that we've noticed personally.
And
Listen to that. There were the only two drivers in the company.
Because we're making this attempt to share the truth, there's probably going to be some retaliation from the company and from some of the folks that are involved. They might tell you not to join the live event, not to gather the calls, not to communicate. But these are the same kinds of attempts.
You got to be
that
on
I
this
have
feed if you signed up for Tryp.
Attacks on myself, my family, and other colleagues of mine. So I encourage you, there could even be a potential that there's an emergency live call happening
Thomas,
tomorrow
good
prior
shit
to
this
our event. Feel free to join that call. But then from that call, you might have more questions. When you end up coming to our live event, we will answer every single question. We don't really have an end time for the call. Our goal is to share the truth and the facts.
Learn the truth about Tryp Rides
themselves based on all of the information that's being provided.
And we'd like it to be known, we're putting ourselves out there and risking a lot by doing this. We really just want to do the right thing and provide the information.
It is the right thing. You have to do this.
Their own conclusions about what they're a part of right now.
So we hope to see you tomorrow at the live event. Once again, if you're interested in finding out the truth, please share this video. Share the link to register for the live event, which is showing up in the description of this video right now. And make sure you join our Facebook group and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Once again, my name is Taha Bassi.
And I'm Nicodia. 'Nicodia. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow.
Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow. Once again, my name is Taha Bassi. And I'm Nicodia. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow.
So, These two guys leave the company. They say they've dropped a lot of hints. Already, if you listen, they've dropped a lot of hints. They said they were the only two drivers in the company, which means that all of the fictitious bullshit that Tryp was putting out there, they weren't drivers on the grid. There was all fake stuff. If these guys dropped the hint that they were the only two drivers, they have a lot to reveal. They walk away from the company. They got the class action lawsuits going. And what's happening here is that they are, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to predict this as is. They're spearheading a class action lawsuit against Tryp, right? And they want all the Tryp riders and drivers to come on board, right? So that's the bottom line of this lawsuit. Now, the other thing I want to share with you is the email that he wrote to me. Hi, Torsten. I hope you're doing well in the midst of this whole COVID thing. He reached out to me the moment he left Tryp, right? And we had a private conversation. I'm not going to reveal that conversation. I already knew Tryp was a lot of bullshit. I told him that before. And I said, contact me. If you need any exposure, if we need to expose this Rob McNulty, this gangster or this wannabe gangster, this thug behind Tryp and the other pieces of shit that are gathering all the money from the people and promising in this Ponzi scheme. Good old South African style, they need to be knocked out, right? So I want to reach out to you now to share some information regarding the updates since I left Tryp. A lot has gone down. I'm actually live streaming on the 12th of April tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to go over some of the details. So it's going to be interesting. I'm definitely going to, well, he could be looking for a new, I mean, he's, one of his emails, he did say, is there a job, you know? Look, I mean, I think the guy's brave that he walked away, that he got this going. Is definitely doing the right thing. He's obviously also covering his ass. But I'd like to help the guy because, you know, if people have gone out there and fraudulently collected monies from thousands and thousands and thousands of drivers and are not delivering, right, or just building this big bogus Ponzi scheme, multi-level marketing scheme where the one guy brings in the next guy, the next guy, the next guy, and then just everybody's just buying into the hype, but there's nothing there, right? The Vegas never materialized, Miami never materialized. I mean, they literally flew Peterson down at the time, and I said well, they didn't actually fly him down. He made a video in LA pretending that he was down there. This video was made in my car, right? And I said, I don't appreciate that you're doing that bullshit, that lie in my car, right? But he bought into their hype. Maybe they paid him something. Tabasi and these guys, or Taha Basi, left. He goes, check out the video. I've showed you the video. Drivers deserve to know the truth. Our intent is to share the facts and information backed up by evidence, not just hearsay. So they have tons and tons of evidence, right? They were selling the Kool-Aid bullshit, the blue Kool-Aid for a long, long time. Now the walls have come down. This video that these guys are pushing out is going to break their backs. And Tryp is going to scramble right now, sending out an email to tell people to not watch that. Now, Tryp drivers have seen Taha Basi as one of the directors in all the meetings, right? But behind the scenes, only Taha Basi will really know what's going on. So they package it up as a lawsuit. He's going to reveal all the facts tomorrow. This company is done. The drivers will turn against Tryp like this. They're done. Tryp officially, as of tomorrow, 1 p.m., they're done. They're over, right? They're going to be scrambling, getting attorneys. Now, they've collected a lot of money, so they're going to have a little bit of fighting power, and they will fight this in court. You bet your bottom dollar that Tryp is going to fight this and say that, you know, this is revenge and that they were fired because they were not good enough. I mean, Tryp is going to spin it every way they want to, but if I look at the Kool-Aid that they were selling, right? Rest in peace, Tryp, Dark Road Run. Love you, brother. Sending my love up to North Cali. I hope you're safe up there, my man. San Diego Rideshare Pro, Thomas Gibson in the house. We have DRR with us. You see him here. Thomas, you know what an awesome guy Dark Road Run is. Dark Road Run, you're a legend in my eyes, buddy. And I'm super excited to come up there and take you out for lunch, or we go up, or maybe Thomas and I drive up and we go and visit the Google headquarters with you. But not to get off the story here, they say we'll be talking about funding, technology, and many other issues. You're a great advocate for drivers, and we hope you can help sniff out the truth from the facade that is being shared, right? So we're gonna talk. You can register here at this platform and sign up for tomorrow, right? And I will participate in the Tryp lawsuit because I also paid the $149, but I paid the $149 to get into the back room of this company to see what's going on, to see what shenanigans they were building on the back end, right? And I knew all along this was a big BS scam. Dustin, I think, called it as a scam. I definitely did. I know that. I know that GetUpside Revolution called it as a scam. That's what it is, my friends. It's nothing but a scam. I don't know why their website is not loading. The truth about Tryp Rides, facts and evidence. I hope that website comes up soon. But look, these guys walked away from the company, right? They walked away. Let's see. So it's Moose. What's up? Yeah, we're reporting. Yeah, I'm actually live on two channels right now. I'm live on the Rideshare Professor, and if you switch to the other one, Rideshare Driving School, you'll see me there as well. Why am I doing that? Well, firstly, this is an important story because we need to connect with as many Tryp drivers that have been shafted or screwed here as possible in the next 48 hours, so that they are aware of this, so that they know what's coming tomorrow, right? Yeah, it was a huge Ponzi scheme. Was a huge Ponzi scheme, right? And these guys walked away and they exposed the story. Good for them, right? You need whistleblowers. I'm sorry, but you do need whistleblowers. No matter what you think of whistleblowers, good or bad, you need people to sometimes reveal what's happening behind the scenes, right? Because companies can spin shit one way, right? But all it takes is a disgruntled employee or a disgruntled director or someone that's not agreeing with the direction of the company because they can see that they're fudging, manipulating, and faking. They walk away, and then they get things like this going, right? So there we go. So here it says the truth about Tryp Rides, the lawsuit, the facts, the evidence. Register for the call live, right? So you fill that out there. I'm a little bit confused by this title here because I definitely break things down in legal terms. I do believe I have a lot of legal knowledge. I've been in courtrooms several times, wrestling with bigger companies, never been afraid of it. This is Tryp Rides versus the people. Tryp Rides versus the people. The facts and truth will always prevail. When you're telling the truth, you don't need to spin it. So I don't know why they would call it Tryp Rides versus the people. Maybe that's just a slogan that they use to get attention. But there's the letter to me by Taha. There you can see his icon right down at the bottom. There he is again. Taha Abassi, and he's reached out to me, and I understand why he's reached out to me. He wants me to amplify this, right? He wants me to connect. Scott says he's seen this coming a mile away. You got a question, right? When they said they were going to launch in December 2018, and they strung people through to March 2019. I remember this. There were specific launches promised in March 2019. I went down to to their headquarters. They didn't even have headquarters. They were renting a room, part-time room in Orange County and faking it. I knew right there and then in that first meeting I had literally 5 frauds sitting in front of me, except for maybe the guy, Edward, who introduced me to Tryp. I don't think he was buying into their bullshit and drinking the Kool-Aid like this, right? Thinking, it's all true, it's all real. I sniffed them out like a rat, the rats that they are. On the first meeting, I knew that I had a bunch of shysters in front of me, right? And you guys know who you are, the people that were in that meeting. All of you, a bunch of shysters, right? So, called it throughout 2018, nothing happened. 2019, nothing happened. Big fake Miami party. I was attacked relentlessly by on the internet by a guy in Miami. We smoked a peace pipe and had a truce afterwards, so I'm cool with that guy. But I kept on saying it. I said it until recently. It's a fraudulent company. El Chapo, Peterson walked straight into it. I don't know what they did with Peterson at that time, whether they paid him some money or he needed money. I'm not judging Peterson and I'm not faulting Peterson. But he drank the Kool-Aid. He was marketing and representing that lie. But you got to ask yourself at the end of the day, why did these people walk away, right? Why did Taha and this gentleman walk away? Because they were on the inside, right? And these two had senior positions there. This guy, I believe, was in charge for all the technical side, right? The programming and that. And I'm sure he brought a lot of value to the company, and I'm sure his intentions were pure. You walk in, you get recruited because of your skill set, right? And then you perform, and then you realize, this is something horribly wrong here. They made a promise in Vegas, they broke that. They made a promise in California, they broke that. They created a fake launch in Miami, they broke that. Then they said they were going into the East Coast. So all they were doing is hopping around the country. I showed you the map the other day. That's a complete fake and fictitious map. Just like all of their cars on the grid were fake. If these guys dropped the hint that they were the only 2 drivers, right? Let's listen to this again.
My name is Taha Abbasi,
And I'm Nicodia.
and it's time to set the record straight.
Set the record straight. Sleazy conmen in red suits, you damn right, Mikey.
We've been silent for quite some time now, but it's time to break that silence and to set the record straight regarding why we truly left Tryp Rides.
Furthermore, we'll be lifting the veil and exposing some
Lifting
of
the
the
veil.
facts behind what's really going on at the company.
What's really
and it
going
won't just be
on?
limited to the blogs and the videos that we're posting, but we're actually going to be doing a live call tomorrow. And we'd love for you to join us and ask us any questions that you might have.
You can register for the live call in the link that's showing up on the video right now.
And I want these 2 gentlemen to know I'll go out fighting for them, because they've done those drivers and future drivers a big favor.
These details might include things like misallocation of funds, basic management malpractices, and other things of that nature that ultimately caused us to make the decision to resign from the company.
Now, we also are going to talk in our live event tomorrow about why we actually joined the company and then the disconnect that we saw from the time we joined to what ultimately led us to leave in terms of how the company was presenting itself to investors, users, and
Smash that like
drivers
button,
versus
guys.
what was actually going on in the company.
Right. It'll be a basic timeline of why we joined the company, what disconnects we eventually started to see, and ultimately
What disconnects
why
we
left.
used to see.
Now, we
started
actually
to-
dive into the specific issues relating to funding, technology, market launches, whether you need thousands of drivers to launch a market or not. One thing I want to caution everybody about is because we're going out and sharing the truths at this point, we want to hit on why we're doing this. We believe that somebody needs to stand and fight for the drivers. It was very easy for us to kind of stay quiet and go do our thing, but as we saw more and more misrepresentations being made, we truly feel the need to actually stand up for the drivers and to share the facts so everybody can make an informed and educated decision based on factual information that has been shared.
One of the major disconnects that we'll talk about in later videos is the fact that Taha and myself were two of the only drivers in the company. So the issues that drivers face are issues that we've noticed personally.
And one of the things that you should be cautious of is because we're making this attempt to share the truth, there's probably going to be some retaliation from the company and from some of the folks that are involved. They might tell you not to join the live event, not to gather the calls, not to communicate. But these are the same kinds of attempts that I have personally experienced in form of attacks on myself, my family, and other colleagues of mine.
Attacks on himself and on his family. That's not cool. You don't get family. You don't attack the families.
Live call happening tomorrow prior to our event. Feel free to join that call. But then from that call, you might have more questions. When you end up coming to our live event, we will answer every
retaliation,
single
you bet.
Have an end time for the call. Our goal is to share the truth.
At Rob McNulty, you got to look him up, man. I looked him up on day one. That's what I do. I look up at the key players. That is one dirty motherfucker.
We're putting ourselves out there and risking a lot by doing this. We really just want to do the right thing and provide the information.
They probably signed up 3,000, 4,000 drivers, so they probably made $4 to $5 million is my guess. But this is a class action lawsuit now. This is what's going to bring them down. And trust me, tomorrow, word is going to spread like wildfire. Dustin's going to make a video. Gio's going to make, mark my words, all of those guys, Kevin, Dustin, Gio, all of those guys are going to make a video tomorrow. Every single one of them, right? I just happened, I don't know if, I talked to Taha privately once or twice after he left. He reached out and I said, listen, if you need help, I'll pound them for you. Just contact me. And so he went quiet for a while. They packaged this up. They obviously spoke to attorneys, right? They legaled up. Definitely class action here, right? And then, now they beating them over the head and exposing all the shenanigans. So it's going to be juicy. It's going to be really juicy. I just feel really sorry for all of those people that, put money into this and then recruited and pulled a lot of other people into it. But, if I do the numbers, Vibe's the same thing, man. Vibe is just a bunch of shit in my eyes. I would not, guys, don't put a penny into multi-level marketing. Only 2 or 3% of MLMs succeed, and the only ones that succeed are that have a really, really good product. Herbalife, Amway, Jeunesse. There's a very, very few companies that have legit MLM products, right? The rest, you can never build an MLM on a rideshare company because you have to have a sellable product, right? You have to be able to send something, whether it's vitamins, whether it's protein powders, whatever it is. There's a lot of, there's a lot of MLMs around natural supplements, but you can never, ever in a million years build an MLM around rideshare. It's just not possible. But it was an interesting way to market it. It was an interesting way to get thousands of upset drivers that were upset with Uber and Lyft. This was their highest recruitment was during the Uber delete movement. Remember that? Throughout 2019, the Uber delete movement, that's when they were recruiting like crazy. So as the money was coming up, it was easy for them to set up a fictitious promise in Vegas, a fictitious promise in Orange County, LA, a fictitious party, a fake party down in Miami, then another fake operation up on the East Coast. These guys are done. They fried. They done. No one's going to sign up because this is going to spread like wildfire, wildfire, right? So Great Car Deals is in the house. Chris B is in the house. Dark Road Run says, seems like most MLMs try to sell the story rather than the product. Yeah, there's all big. Look, it's easy to sell the story to pissed off drivers when that whole delete Uber movement started. It was an easy sale, right? You're just diverting angry drivers who Thomas, you rock, dude. Thank you, my friend. Hope you're enjoying your Escalade. I'm doing very, very little driving. I'm just working on cars, fixing up cars, selling a few cars, internet, doing the internet thing, spending time with the kids, spending time with here indoors with Laura and the family. So Terry Tips is in the house. Wow, good to see you, brother. Just saying, what's up, my friend? Nice. You're welcome to the house. Good to see that name. Wow. That puts a big smile to my face. Terry Tips in the house. Really, really like his channel, man. Mervyn Khan says, I'm sure if it gets investigated, they will find that it is also a big Ponzi scheme. It is a Ponzi scheme. I mean, now that the lawsuit is initiated, now that these directors have outed them and they're coming out strong, right? And obviously they're retaliating, they're threatening. The guy said they already threatened the family. Anybody threatens my family, I'm sure anybody threatens your family, it's game over. In South Africa, it's game over. If anyone ever, I had one guy mess around with my sister, with my young sister, game over. Ask no questions. Doesn't happen. You don't mess around and threaten family, especially children. It's game over, right? Boop, 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 the hammer on Tryp, yeah. Tryp people are going to have a headache. They're trying to put out fires because their office, their tiny little fake office and their computers are on fire, right? Their motherboards, their servers, everything is on fire right now. It's just burning over there. And now they're just trying to put out the fire. Since these guys here, they came out and they definitely lit a match. These two definitely took a torch and a lot of gasoline and stuck it to them, right? Rick Nelson in the house. How are you, buddy? Abstract Echo, the first thing, motion for discovery will be brought onto their books. Exactly. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to see what these guys have to say at 1 p.m. It's going to be very fun to see, what type of emails I get from Tryp. They probably, if you have enrolled at Tryp or if you've spent money with Tryp, I'm telling you, you're going to get an email warning about these two. Don't believe them. Don't listen to them. But you got to ask yourself, why did they leave in the first place? Why did they leave the company, right? And again, I'm going to read you Taha Bassi. Hi, Torsten. I hope you're doing well in the midst of this whole COVID thing. I wanted to reach out to you now to share some information regarding the updates since I left Tryp. A lot has gone down. I'm actually live streaming tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Definitely go and watch that. I will put this link underneath there as well. I will also put this website out there if you want to go and listen to that 1 p.m. call. Drivers deserve to know the truth. Our intent is to share facts and information backed up by evidence, not just hearsay, right? Because the people that created the Ponzi scheme, that's just hearsay. That's just a story. That's a fluffy story, clouds and mirrors, right? All big BS. These guys are going to say, hey, you know what? We're going to present the evidence. And I'm going to tell you something. They have the evidence, right? They didn't leave for no reason. Two people involved with Tryp at the same time. They're out, right? Dennis Torres is in the house. I was down there today, Dennis, in Long Beach. In fact, I was on PCH and Lemon, taking my car down to the muffler shop. So we hope people looking to evaluate their relationship with Tryp Rides will find the information helpful in making an educated and informed decision, very well worded, probably by an attorney. We'll be talking about funding, technology, and many other issues. So they're ready to talk. They're ready to blow the trumpet, blow the whistle, and talk about all of these things at Tryp. And Tryp ain't gonna like it. Tryp ain't gonna like it. Rob McNulty he's drinking vodka right now. He's having a rough night since these guys pushed this out. And watch this video that they made. Watch this be on over 1,000 views tomorrow, right? It just, when I clicked on it, it just sent it to me. There's about 30 clicks. Watch, it'll be on about, not my video, their video. Their video is going to be watched over 1,000 times because a lot of people know that name. They know that name, Abasi. So we're talking about funding, technology, and many other issues. You are a great advocate. You are a great advocate for drivers, and we hope you can help sniff out the truth from the facade that is being shared. I'm here, buddy. I've got your back. I've got both of your backs. If these guys make any threats, please let us know, right? I'd also like to know the nature of the threats by these people. I don't take that lightly. Anyone that threatens another person, especially their family, I have no time for that bullshit. I really don't, right? So glug, 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 glug the Kool-Aid. Many people drank it. People hauled out their credit card, put the money on the table, and now they're obviously trying to connect with all these drivers and bring on a lot of, this is a movement to get a lot of drivers on board to get their monies back. The question is their money still to be picked up? These guys are, this Robert McNulty, you got to look him up. He is a master con artist at the game. Master, right? He has been building bullshit after bullshit company, screwing over. He's had run-ins with the SEC. I mean, this guy told you from day one. But those Tryp people, they were attacking me like crazy. I'm like, okay, I'm just telling you, that's who you are. I'm holding up the mirror to you. What flavor? It was a blue flavor, Paul. They were drinking it's like a sort of like a marine blue cool flavor Kool-Aid. Like this. Drinking their Kool-Aid. So I'm happy to answer any questions you have and even do a live stream if you think that will help the driving community learn the truth and get their questions answered. So he's willing to put himself out there. They obviously trying to silence him and muzzle him. It's not going to work. It's already cat's out the bag, baby. Exactly. Makes me extremely angry. It's just, I knew the moment I paid $149, I knew I was willing to kiss it goodbye. Why? I wanted to get into the back. I wanted to get into the back system of Tryp, scrape it all out, get all the information, find out exactly how that behind the scenes, how they were screwing people over. Tryp influencer approached me in Vegas, told him the F to get away from me, says Mark Roughton. Exactly, it's good. Esmeralda Elman, I wish it was Uber getting in trouble again. Yeah, well, hey, Esmeralda, I've been pounding Uber for weeks now, so seems like this channel is just a fighting channel. Might as well just put on my boxing gloves each session and just start boxing away. It's a good workout, right? But I'm not going to go very long. I'm super tired. It's been a long day. Just wanted to get this out there and tell you we're ready. Savage AF. We're ready. Whatever comes Abasi's way, we'll protect him. We'll help him. He can use, this is an open invite, Taha. Anytime you want to come on the show, anytime you want to give me information, I can drop it right here. I can drop the information right here on the channel. You just send me screenshots, emails, correspondence, whatever you have. Ubergirl Paula in the house, how are you? Almost, well, not quite midnight, but we're getting there. Mark Roughton, exactly. We got hammers and gloves. I know that my friend Taurus likes the gloves. He uses the glove. Long Beach in the house uses the glove emoticon. But that's it. I mean, I can't tell you more than that. I'll drop the links in there for you. Register for the live, the truth about Tryp Rides, the lawsuit, facts and evidence. It's a nice class action. I'll have a lot of people coming on board, especially the people that realize They paid in 2018. Nothing happened in 2018. Nothing happened in 2019. Nothing has happened in 2020. They haven't seen a single cent, but they're out of pocket. The few smart guys that canceled their credit card and got their money back, good for them. But the rest of the people are just, hoping the Tryp dream happens. It's not. Tryp dream is an ice cold blue Kool-Aid. That's it. They done. They fried. The show is over for Tryp. They're tripping out now. Right now, these people on the other side, they are tripping out. Coming soon, coming soon. Coming soon to a movie house near you. Coming soon this summer. Coming soon this winter. Coming soon this fall. Coming soon this spring. Coming soon next summer. Coming soon next fall. Coming soon next winter. It goes on and on and on and on. It's like it's one of those like wheels. We're coming soon. We're coming soon. We're coming soon. But in the meantime, we'll take your money. In the meantime, we'll take your money. And we're coming soon. And Abasi just blew the frickin' lid off Tryp. He just blew them up with one video, couple of emails, and one website. Game, set, match. The Wimbledon match has already been predetermined today. Tomorrow's just a fun day, a field day. The only thing I'd like to get involved in is if these stupid MFs, if they start threatening, The guy's down here in Orange County. It's old fart, Robert McNulty. He's clinging on to his last house. I think he's lost everything else. He just comes up with one scam after the other. But he needs a good slap. Oh yeah, we need to flush. Let's do a symbolic flush. We need a symbolic flush. A little bit stressed out tonight because my kid had a really bad fall. My son Ryan had a really bad bike fall and scraped his face on the tarmac. Here's the toilet. I want to introduce you to the people behind the Ponzi scheme. Their names are Shit, Crap, and Turd. Those are the three founders. Shit, Crap, and Turd. This represents the founders of Tryp, the fake founders, the Ponzi scheme founders, the MLM. Couple of people. Taha Basi is not part of this, but this is these are the founders: Mr. Shit, Mr. Crap, and Mr. Turd. Mr. Shit is Mr. Robert McNulty. The other two guys, I don't want to call out your names yet. I'll call them out tomorrow. But you were in that meeting with me, bullshitting. And I knew the one guy, what was he? Was an African-American guy. I knew he was a big bullshitter because he was saying, I'm going to a meeting tonight, a meeting with all these actors and movie stars. And the fact is that I drive some of these people. And I'm like, hey, are you going to this event that this guy took? There's no such event. So it was all just fluffy. He was dropping names like Leonardo DiCaprio and everything. It was all big bullshit hype, right? But this is them, my friends. This is Tryp. Tryp now, we say goodbye to you. Where do you go? Deep into the sewage pipes. Probably 3 flushes. Let's get rid of Mr. Crap first. First director down the line. Let's get rid of Mr. Shit, Mr. Robert McNulty. There he goes. And then let's get rid of that third guy, that fake guy that said he was going to, the Leonardo DiCaprio party and he knew all these people, Mr. Fakey. You know who you are. Here, this one's for you. So we got rid of Mr. Crap, we got rid of Mr. Shit, and now we get rid of Mr. Turd. Oh, what a pleasure to flush those stinky bastards down down the tube. There you go. Right. That's for all the pain and suffering you've caused people, trying to pump them up, give them hope, and then lead them down a fake road. That's what happens. You get exposed, right? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we had a good time there. We got rid of 3 directors of Tryp. We flushed them. We've already flushed Darrow. We did a lot of flushing in the last few months, but we had to. You know, we had to get rid of the feces, right? You know, no fun having them around. And so my amigos, my friends, get some good rest. I wish you good dreams. I know people are going to have nightmares tonight, but we all going to have good dreams. We're going to have restful sleep, peaceful sleep, great dreams, while a couple of Tryp directors now are stressing. I mean, they're sitting on the toilet with diarrhea, just shitting themselves. Like, oh my God, these guys just blew the frickin' lid off Tryp, yeah? So they stressed. They're not going to be sleeping. You know, they're not going to be sleeping. Another guy that doesn't get much sleep these days is this guy here. You know, that's another guy who doesn't get much sleep. But hey, guys, I need to get to bed. I got a long day tomorrow. And I just appreciate you being here for 45 minutes and having some fun. And please feel free to amplify the story. Let's help these gentlemen. Let's back these guys. I've got your backs. I know who you are. I know why you left. I've got your back. Use me, use my channel to expose anything that you want to put out there, any evidence, anything you want to get out into the worldwide community about Tryp. We got to show the Tryp dreamers that this is a pipeline that'll never ever produce oil. There's no oil flowing through this pipeline, right? There's just fresh air and pieces of shit coming through this pipeline, nothing else. It's a big, massive Ponzi scheme. They're going to have now a problem with the states where they've, created these. They're going to have run-ins with the attorney generals in various states because they were selling this as a Ponzi scheme everywhere. So happy Easter, everyone. Go and find those chocolates. I was digging around. Actually stole one. I can't even say that. Look, I took one of the Easter eggs, the kids' Easter eggs. Frack, happy Easter, everyone. Let's share this together. This one's for you. Chocolat. Late at night, 11 o'clock, a little bit of sugar. Nothing wrong with that. It's Cadbury's chocolate, the best, right? Happy lockdown. I say happy Easter. It's chocolate. It's not shit. Tastes good. Tastes better than Tryp. Cadbury's chocolate. I shared that with you because it's my way of saying happy Easter to you all. God bless you. God bless your families. Have a lot of fun with you. If you have little kids, have a lot of fun with them tomorrow. Just watch your little kids chasing around the garden or the house looking for the Easter eggs. There's nothing more beautiful and joyful for a parent to watch the excitement in little kids' eyes. Remember when we were small? Remember Jimmy when we were small? Mark when we were small? Scott, do you remember Easter? Paula, do you remember Easter when you were a little kid? Running around looking for the chocolates and the eggs. It was a lot of fun, right? Years later, you did realize, Easter Bunny is not real. Father Christmas, Santa is not real. But you don't have to blow it for the kids, right? Let them have fun. Let them believe the story for as long as possible. With that message, I leave you tonight. You too, I've got your back. We have a lot of people that have your back. And use us to amplify the story. Happy Easter, my friends. Thomas, much love to San Diego. Much love to Vegas and all the other cities that are participating. Close to pumpkin time. Cinderella's got to get back. Cinderella's got to find her glass shoe. And before 12. Good night, brothers and sisters. Have a good one. It's a good story. And thank you for being brave hearts, coming out and exposing Tryp, and for finally revealing the truth. That's what we need, right? If only we had a couple of courageous people like this at Uber and Lyft, people that were willing to speak up, right? But I'm sure they've all signed their legal non-disclosure documents. Lips are sealed, eyes are shut, they can't talk. These guys probably didn't sign any documentation because the company probably didn't think they needed it. Right now you have two loose cannons who firing away. And these guys are pissed because they were brought into something, they were sold on a pipe dream, you know, maybe they weren't paid, all their promises of stock promises, all this bullshit, all this fluff that these guys were talking about in that Orange County meeting. Nothing materialized for them, nothing materialized for me. I walk away and say, guys, keep on selling the Kool-Aid. I'm not buying in. Oh, I like those Easter Bunny emojis. Those are cool. Go to bed, bro. I'm going to bed. I needed that. Thank you. I'm going to bed. Adios, muchachos. You guys have